Presentation will be on RTGS by Principal Secretary Suresh Kumar.
Honorable Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, Ministers, respected Chief Secretary, Senior Officers, Collectors, and my colleagues, good afternoon to all of you. Real-time governance was launched in 2017 by the Honorable Chief Minister to build a transparent, efficient, and citizen-centric government that improves the lives of Andhra Pradesh people. A modern, agile, and data-driven system was created to respond to the citizens' needs. It was hailed as a best practice globally. Now, with the advancement in technology and emergence of deep tech, Honorable CM has decided to redefine the scope of real-time governance by using the advanced technology. RTGS 4 will use deep tech like artificial intelligence, machine learning, quantum computing, blockchain, IoT, etc. to institutionalize data-driven governance and enhance real-time decision making. Honorable CM garu inaugural session lo cheppinattuga smart government and virtual governance దానికి ఉన్న ఒక ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ ఈ RTGS 4 అనేది ఉంటుంది. Now with respect to this RTGS 4 framework, CEO RTGS Mr. Dinesh Kumar will be making a presentation highlighting the architecture of RTGS 4 and how it can help the departments, district collectors in the decision making and responding efficiently to the citizens' issues. I request Dinesh to carry on.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Chief Minister, Honorable Deputy Chief Minister.
Dinesh, one intervention only. Just please limit your time little bit. Okay, the presentation is very huge, so just limit your time.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. So, considering the time constraints, sir, I'll be very crisp and brief, sir. Sir, RTGS is the brainchild of the Honorable Chief Minister. So, it was established in 2017. The idea is to make government more agile and then more modern, and also keep the futuristic aspects and then futuristic goals that needs to be achieved as part of our everyday governance delivery. Sir, today we are talking about world has transformed a lot from 2017 to 24. Today is a day where we are talking about very frontier technologies and deep technologies like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, machine learning, Internet of Things, and big data, blockchain. So with so much advancements in technology, based on the instructions of the Honorable Chief Minister and the series of the meetings, we thought of revise the scope of the RTGS. In this presentation, I'll try to lay out the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister in service delivery and then in the governance model. So this is the scope of the RTGS 1, sir. I mean, modern, agile, data-driven, and government. But then what really we are talking about in RTGS 4.0 is how we can adopt these advanced technologies in day-to-day administration. So we have tried to segregate what are the 7 aspects in which RTGS 4.0 is different from RTGS 1.0. One primary difference that I wanted to stress here is that when we talk about RTGS 1.0, it is more citizen-centric. I mean, it revolved around citizen. But in RTGS 4.0, it is not just citizen. Citizen is one spoke out of a big hub. So we are trying to create an ecosystem in which citizen is one aspect. So we wanted to build on many layers of information like household information, community information, and then infrastructure layers that we are talking about. So how we can bring every data that is pertaining to government and then the state of Andhra Pradesh at one place and derive insights, draw insights is something which we are working in RTGS 4.0. This is the overview of RTGS 4.0, sir. Initially we had only three subsets that we spoke about. One is the foundational layer AP fiber, which provides the digital connectivity to the entire state of Andhra Pradesh, on which some of the workflows were defined in the state government. On top of it, we have real-time governance. But then we have added one more layer in RTGS 4.0, that is multi-source data, with data coming from various sources, and how this data can be speaking to each other, and then how this data can be used or leveraged using the advanced technologies to draw some insights. So the 4.0 approach, this one slide sums up what we are trying to do. So we are one government. We all believe that there is only one government and one citizen. And then one state should only have one map, not multiple maps. And there has to be one data which should govern us. So this wholeness of one is what we are trying to achieve in RTGS 4.0 with an approach of not just having a government, but government being smart and delivering governance through virtual modes. So smart government and virtual governance is the motto with which we want to go forward. So keeping all this in mind, we have created 6 hubs in RTGS 4.0, the Data Integration, Analytics and Governance Hub, Product Development Hub, Multi-Source Visual Intelligence Hub, AI and Deep Technology Innovation Hub, People Perception Hub and Aware Hub. So one of the biggest problems in government is there are many departments, they own a lot of data, but then most often they don't speak to each other. So there is a data that's education department has a very rich data, health department has very rich data, revenue has very rich data again. So but then not everything will come onto one platform. So effectively what we are trying to say is data being in silos, and then there is a lot of redundancy in the data, inconsistent data formats, and because of which we are not able to run advanced analytics, and there are so many security risks, compliance challenges, so ultimately leading to poor citizen-centric services and inefficient policy formulation. So what we are trying to do in RTGS 4.0 is to come up with a concept known as data lake. This is very unique. I mean, this is one of the sort are being attempted for the first time in country. Many states have tried doing it, but then with a very limited capacities or very limited departments. So we are effectively talking about close to 500 TB of data coming at one place, and this data can be structured, semi-structured, it can be in photography form or videography form, and then how we can leverage artificial intelligence and then IoT or drone CCTVs on top of it to draw some insights. So this is a schema diagram of data integration and governance hub. Every information will come to data lake, and then in data lake we create data warehouses and data marts and use deep learning and deep technologies to give some valuable insights for policymakers to take decisions. The golden record that we wanted to create, earlier the golden record was only about having an Aadhaar and then maybe having a resident profile of the citizens. But then now the golden record that we are talking about will also have various layers of the departmental data and also the household data. So every household in Andhra Pradesh is now geotagged. So any information can be put it in a geospatial platform for having a better understanding and better visualization. So this is the resident profile that we wanted to develop. These are some of the data points that we thought of capturing or that we thought of integrating. Of course, this keeps the number of data fields will keep adding. This is a village profile. So every village will have what's the length of the roads, transportation capacities, electricity, water supplies. Everything pertaining to a particular village, everything pertaining to a citizen is something which we wanted to capture as part of data lake. So we started reaching out to departments. So we found that there are close to 4,338 data points were captured by various departments. But then 4,338 were never at one place. I thank all departments for constituting these CDTOs. So some of the potential use cases that we are talking about is today we are not in a position to tell if there are some school dropouts, whether there is any linkage between a spread of an epidemic or a spread of a disease in that particular region vis-a-vis the school dropouts. So these are some of the insights that we wanted to derive once this data lake is completed. So there are many such use cases. The support that is required from departments is to identify some of the key performance indicators of your departments and also help in RTGS in integrating this data. Till the time that RTGS data lake is completed, we thought of coming with RTGS lens. This is something again on the lines of the CM code dashboard which we used to have. So I request all the departments to share the KPIs so that it can get integrated into RTGS lens so that the Honorable Chief Minister or anybody can have a look at what's happening in the government at any point of time. So product development hub, the grievance module that we are speaking about are there were so many upgradations that we wanted to do. If a citizen, why citizen needs to come to collectorate or why citizen needs to come to any other office is the thought which we thought it. So now we have integrated PGRS with WhatsApp, so citizens sitting in their homes can raise their grievance. So we are now trying to see if a voice assisted grievance registration can also happen in WhatsApp or not. A project monitoring group, the Honorable Chief Minister sir wanted to monitor all the projects which are more than 100 crores, what's their progress and all. That's something again which we are working. So I request the departments here and all the collectors here to ensure that this data is given to RTGS for integration. So multi-source visual intelligence hub, this is again the vision of the Honorable Chief Minister, how the data coming from CCTVs, drones, mobile and satellite can come onto one platform. Of course, this will be layered on top of the citizen data that we have and see the analytics. So there is one such use case that Sir has mentioned previously in his keynote address. So we tried to use various data coming from various sources in identification of cannabis in ASR district. So we have partnered with Google. We have identified through satellite image, we have narrowed down what are some of the hotspots of ganja cultivation. So we tried to compare the satellite imagery of August, September and October, and we have sort of identified the hotspots, and in these hotspots we are planning to send the drones to identify the cannabis with geo coordinates. So this is the information coming from various sources in solving a particular problem. So we have used satellite data and then we have used the data coming from drones, and the data coming from drones was again fed to the AML model. We have trained our AML models to identify cannabis. So now we are planning to deploy these drones on a big scale in ASR district to identify a geo coordinated, it gives specifically at which point the cannabis is being grown. The AI and Deep Technology Hub, again this is something because RTGS was given the mandate to come up with new use cases and also push the artificial intelligence or any new technology that's coming out in the real world. So we have constituted one innovation hub. So my request to all the departments and the collectors is any problem statement that you have, please reach out to RTGS. We are in the process of setting up an AI experience center. So once the problem statement is given to us, we will try to see whether the problem statement can be solved using the frontier technologies like AI and then machine learning. So we will have a trial period, and then once the trial period is done, we will start executing it. Some of the use cases that we thought of doing it here is in Anna canteens, using CCTV cameras, can we predict the behavioral analysis of the people who are coming? Can we say that that particular Anna canteen has a better service delivery based on studying their facial expressions, their happiness and all those things? So use of technology, again no intervention here, no manual intervention, and then we are trying to see, we have again partnered with Google in this. We are taking up one pilot in one of the Anna canteens. If it's proven successful, we wanted to rank all Anna canteens in the state using completely computer vision and artificial intelligence. And then again hospital sanitation monitoring, whether a sanitation in a particular ward is being properly done or not, again can be done using computer vision and CCTV cameras. So that is something again which we are working. So these are some of the use cases we started working, but then I request all the departments and then all the collectors to come up with new problem statements and then new use cases where these technologies can be adopted. People Perception Hub, I think the INPR department will have a detailed presentation on this, sir. But then there is a certain role given to the RTGS in validating the grievances that are redressed. Disaster management, we are again planning to integrate with RTGS. Sir, this is the district RTGS center completion. So in 13 districts, we have proposed these real-time governance buildings to be completed. We are planning to complete by March 25. So I request all the collectors and then all the departments to share the data in ensuring that these projects are completed. What we are trying to achieve is one of its kind. We are very sure that if it's completed and if it's completed as per the objectives that we thought of, it will transform the governance model of Andhra Pradesh. So thank you everyone. Thank you, sir.